Good morning, children. Today, in this session, we are going to start Chapter 6 Weather and Climate. Children, it's a very interesting chapter, and in this chapter, you will come to know the difference between weather and climate first, and then you will study regarding atmospheric temperature. So, we are going to start from weather and climate. Okay, children. So, before proceeding, I must tell you regarding the main elements of weather. We must know what are the main elements of weather. So they are air temperature, air pressure, movement of the air, humidity, etc. Children, we use a variety of terms such as hot, cold, sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, sultry, all these uh, words to describe weather conditions. But the main elements of weather are different from these. So, children, weather is defined as the state of temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity, precipitation, etc. in the atmosphere at a given place and time. And the term weather should not be confused with climate because climate is totally different from weather. Weather, the temperature and atmospheric pressure and the wind system of weather is for a short period of time and to a particular place. But children, has climate is totally different from weather because climate affects over a large region and for a long period of time. For example, you can take 30 to 40 years. So the definition of climate is it is an average overall condition of the temperature, atmospheric pressure, winds, humidity, precipitation, etc. And it affects over a large region for a long period of time. So children, you must keep in mind the elements of weather and the elements of climate. Okay, so now, besides these main elements, children, one more thing is very important regarding weather that it keeps changing and this change can take place anytime. Thus, so the change in weather is a continuous phenomena. Remember, children, the changing weather is a changing process and the change in weather is a continuous phenomena. But the climate of a place remains more or less the same after year. It remains same for a long period of time. Okay, children. So, weather and climate greatly influence our daily life and economic activities. Thus, a systematic study of the various elements of weather is necessary. Okay, children. So, I hope that you must have understood the difference between weather and climate. Now, our topic is atmospheric temperature. Children, you must be knowing regarding solar radiation. So, we know that sun is the main source of heat and light and energy also. So, the sun radiates heat and light energy, and this is called solar radiation. However, only a very small part of the solar radiation is able to reach the Earth's surface. The amount of solar radiation received by the Earth's surface is called insolation. Means the surface area which receives the solar radiation that is known as insolation. And the word insolation has been derived from incoming solar radiation. The amount of insolation received on the surface of the earth varies from place to place and from time to time. Means it's not necessary as the earth moves around the sun. So the amount of uh, heat and light also differs from place to place and time to time. This you have to keep in mind. The Earth's surface absorbs maximum solar radiation during the day, and at night, the heat which was absorbed during the day is radiated back, and this phenomena is called terrestrial radiation. Again, I am repeating, children, when when the Earth receives or absorbs maximum solar radiation during the daytime, and when this radiation, this heat was absorbed, which was absorbed during the day, is radiated back. This phenomena is known as terrestrial radiation. Okay, children. So, children, now our next topic is measurement of temperature. So, children, there are different instruments to use to measure the temperature. So, we know uh, the instrument used to measure the temperature, the important instrument used to measure the temperature is called thermometer. The most common temperature scales in use are the Fahrenheit and the Celsius on the Fahrenheit scale. So, children, you can see here on the picture, given on the picture of Fahrenheit and Celsius. Children, this is very important. You must keep in mind the Fahrenheit scale, or the melting point of ice is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and the boiling point of water is 212 degree Fahrenheit. On the other hand, when we see on the Celsius scale, it is 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius respectively. Children, it is the freezing point and the boiling point you can see here, given on the given here on the picture, thermometer, Fahrenheit scale and Celsius scales. Oh, okay, children. So now our next topic is heating of the atmosphere. So the solar radiation which pass through the atmosphere before reaching the Earth's surface does not heat it much, but the solar radiation is able to heat the Earth's surface directly, and the air resting over the Earth's surface gets heated due to contact with the hot surface of the Earth. This heat is further transmitted to the upper layer and the atmosphere is heated. Children, you know that the surface area, when you have to understand this, when the Earth's surface is heated, the air over the Earth's surface, it also gets heated due to contact with the hot surface of the Earth, and this heat is further transmitted to the upper layers, and then what happens? Ultimately the whole atmosphere is heated. एक मिनट और. Okay, children. So now children will study regarding distribution of temperature. So you know that air temperature is not the same everywhere. It changes from time to time and place to place. And in general, the amount of insolation received decreases as we move from the equator towards the poles. So, on the basis of the amount of heat received by the Earth's surface, the world has been divided into three heat zones. So, you can see the picture here of heat zones. Yes. So, you must remember the names: torrid zone, temperate zone, and frigid zone. So, children, this is this you have already studied in class 6 also. So, children, remember that India lies in torrid zone. Okay, so uh, the area near the equator. So here, children, you know that like any other matter, air too has weight. So the atmosphere exerts its weight as pressure on the Earth's surface. This is called atmospheric pressure. So the weight of an air column standing over 1 square centimeter area of the Earth is more than 1 kg. So the weight of the air column is maximum of the mean sea level. So children, here I am completing. Here I am just leaving you, because in the next session we will continue this topic. Till then, goodbye.